Hey everybody, I want to introduce you to our latest sponsor, Salt Electrolytes. Feeling depleted after a tough grappling session? Well, Salt targets your depleted electrolyte levels with a boost of hydration and health. It gives your body the baseline recovery it needs. Salt contains 6 different electrolytes with a touch of iodine to help maintain a healthy thyroid. No sugar, no dyes, no bullshit. Go earn your salt. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the BJJ Foxcast. I am your host, Alex Martinez, and I'm here with my co-host, Tojo.
Back again.
12 hours late, 24 hours later.
Less than. I don't even know.
22 hours later.
Yes.
22 and a half hours
maybe
later.
a little more. I don't fucking know. Who knows how to do math?
Who cares? Yeah. Well, we were talking about last weekend being so fucking busy. A lot of shit going on.
That was your
Shit
fault.
going on. Yeah, I know. It was all me.
You should have canceled all of it. If you cancel all of your plans, you have no plans.
Dude, isn't that the best feeling when you cancel plans last minute?
And it's just like, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know what parole feels like, but it's got to feel a lot like that. Just such a relief. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was busy.
Yeah. Busy.
I wasn't busy. I fucking was just chilling. Kelsey and I now are like our weekend hobby when we're just doing nothing. It's like, let's just go walk around the mall.
You're like Silver Slippers.
Old people?
Yeah. They used to call that the Silver Slipper Club.
Yeah.
People that would just walk around the mall, like right before the stores, like the mall was open, but the stores were not. Yeah, the old people would walk around.
You should see the Mall of America. Have you been there?
Is that Wisconsin or something? Minnesota. Yeah.
Biggest mall in, I don't know if probably just the United States. But anyways, it's like just old people.
Yeah, I think I went there after boot camp. There's also like a Six Flags out there or something like that. Like
it's
America.
Camp Snoopy is like right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like it's a big loop and there's like 4 floors if I remember right. And then the big amusement park fair thingy right in the middle.
No, but there's like an actual theme park out there, yeah?
There's the Valley Fair, which is, I don't think it goes all year round, but it is like, it's like legit, like real roller coasters and shit.
Yeah, that must have been what we did. But it was like right after boot camp, we were like caged animals. Yeah. So we just, fuck it, let's do something. So
yeah, they had that, like those ones where like it pulls you up, that tower that like pulls you up and it like shoots you toward the ground.
The Tower of Terror, man.
Fuck yeah,
dude.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I wonder how many people shit their pants on that thing.
At least one. You.
At least me. I mean, besides me. Besides me. Big weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
Celebrated our 5 years in business at Ares East Mesa BJJ.
You didn't have to file bankruptcy.
Didn't have to file bankruptcy. Not even once.
Not even once.
Not even one time. Yeah, man.
A lot of come a long way since 5 years.
I remember the thing I remember, not the most, but the thing that I remember about you in particular about the opening is having to do the door sticker. Yeah. I think it took you like 4 hours to get that fucking thing done.
There's no fucking way it took me 4 hours.
Dude, it took you forever. You were on that. Remember, because you had to peel every single letter. No, remember, because it was.
I remember doing it. I don't remember it taking a long time.
It was like it was almost like you set it and then you peel it and then it peels like you would do like a heat press embroidery, like a heat press thing on a gi.
And you were backing,
and you were peeling. I just remember you peeling every letter. You were fucking cussing me out the whole time. It was hilarious. Yeah. But that was
back when like Vic would have cut it for you. Huh?
Yeah. Vic did a lot of that stuff for me. Shout out to Vic. Yeah. So
he's just busy being a dad.
He is, man. Good for him. He's gonna be a great dad.
Getting fatter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's already fat, so I guess fatter. Yeah. Makes sense. But I remember putting that place together. We found a place that was like month to month. Mm-hmm. And that was like...
It's like right next to like the haircut place or some shit?
There was a haircut... No, there was a optometrist.
Oh, same thing.
Oh, no, there was a Supercuts or something right next door. And then there was that donut place. Mm-hmm. And then the...
Uncle Bear's.
Uncle Bear's was there down
Remember that was where we'd go after classes?
Friday nights, man, at Uncle Bear's.
So we can listen to the shittiest singers in the world.
That karaoke night.
I fucking hate karaoke.
So terrible. Yeah, so... and then there was... The Panda Express was right there. Yeah.
The Panda.
The
Asians got the karaoke thing right. You get a room with your friends, and you are the only people doing karaoke. It.
Yeah.
So no one has to listen to you fucking suck at songs.
Right. Yeah. I think there's one like that's like a traditional one like that. Not too far from here.
Oh, really? I know there's a couple. Like there's a sushi place in downtown Scottsdale that used to have it. I don't know if it's still around.
Yeah, but it feels like how should I put it? Like Like when you go into a like a bar and it's kind of packed. It's not really packed.
I don't know if I've ever been into a bar.
Oh well, I'll just tell you about it. So you go into a bar, and you walk to your table, and you're just sitting there. You're about to order. You get drinks in front of you, and then all of a sudden you hear the microphone, somebody grabbing it, and it's like getting tricked into a mob hit. Like, oh no, fuck! I already ordered my drinks.
Oh, it's the fucking worst.
It's the worst.
And we're so stupid because we'd forget every Friday. We'd walk in and be like, oh, that's right. Fuck.
Yeah, we do Friday evening training, and then we'd go to Uncle Bear's.
Doesn't it fucking like blow your mind like how like, I mean, you remember from Paul's too, like where we used to have the tiny little space. It's like how you just make it work.
Just make it work. Yeah. I was actually,
it was packed.
Yeah. I was freaking out. I was freaking out about the 5-year celebration because we did a 3-hour open mat with food and DJ and shit like that.
It was supposed to be 3 hours, right? It just everyone just kept rolling.
No, it was 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 to 1. So that was the plan. And it kind of worked out almost perfect. I think everybody left around 1:30, something like that. Okay. Yeah, and then we cleaned. But yeah,
super successful.
Great. And I was kind of freaking out because like, man, there's gonna be so many people, and you know it's gonna.
I was worried of like maybe no one shows up.
I always worry about that.
I'm like,
I always worry about,
especially with the food.
And I was wondering like how many people walked in for an open mat and they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Just somebody from another school.
Yeah. Just
and they come back next weekend and be like, how come there's no DJ?
No DJ, no food. What the fuck? But yeah, so no, I was worried about like the amount of mat space and having so many people there, and then I was like,
definitely crowded.
Yeah, but I mean, we survived our grand opening with 1,500 square feet total.
Yeah,
you know, I think we might have had 700 square feet of mat space back then.
Oh, that's right. And you just had like the one little bathroom in the back.
One bathroom, and we converted this storage room into a changing area.
Yeah.
So we had that, but I mean, other than that, I mean, we were jam packed in there, and it was August of 2020.
Did you even open a school if you didn't have to have that tiny little mat space at one point?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's a cool way to. It's a cool story, you know. Like when I was looking to move to a different location off of Ray and Power, it was 5,500 square feet. So
this is where you had that like wild hair a couple years ago.
No, it wasn't a wild hair. I just couldn't negotiate with my landlord. He wouldn't reply.
Oh, okay.
And I thought he was going to drop something on me like, oh, this is what it is.
We're selling the building.
Yeah. Or,
see you later.
Or you know, hey, you have to pay. I didn't know what I was going to pay.
Right.
Like, I didn't know we didn't negotiate. And dude, it was like on a Thursday, I was like almost going to jump on Instagram and be like, hey, we're packing up our mats and we're going to move to this other location. It was that close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember you sent me like, what do you think? I was like, that's a lot of mat space.
It's a lot of mat space. Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Was it cost what you pay now versus there? Is it more?
Cost per square foot was almost double.
Okay.
Yeah, almost double. Yeah.
How was the mat space double though?
Close. It would have been so. It was like a fitness place, so we could have just dropped mats and been in business like in a weekend. Right. Not a big deal, but there would have been a separate mat space right next to it, separated by mostly wall, but 2 giant garage doors. Oh. So we would have been able to run 2 separate classes if we chose to. I don't think I ever will.
It's always like it's like a double-edged sword.
I hate it. Yeah. I'm not a big fan.
I don't like it because people have to choose now.
It splinters a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have a lot of people that do just no-gi.
Yeah. I think it sounds good on paper, but I think ultimately it splinters the team, like you said.
Yeah. So so we were like so freaking close to moving. And thank God we didn't. I really loved our location. I would honestly like
your current location.
My current location.
Yeah.
We had a coaches meeting on Friday. We do it like a Zoom call thing, but we had our Zoom call, and you know everybody's talking about we need more space. And honestly, there's only like 2, maybe 3 classes a week that are like, holy shit, we got to do something. You know, the other 30 classes are fine, you know, but
you mean like underattended kind of stuff?
Not underattended, just like average, right? And like,
and they're Collins classes.
Yes,
obviously.
No, but the 2 classes a week that are crazy are the 2 kids no-gi classes. Our kids love no-gi, man. It's like, 45 sometimes on the mat. And
What do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
I think my theory is that whenever somebody calls and says, hey, we want to try it, I'm like, hey, come by Tuesday or Thursday and you can try a class.
It is the most accessible.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to have a gi.
You don't have, that's why I do it. Yeah. But now I have a Friday no-gi class. So I'm going to have everybody who's want to try, they're going to try on Friday afternoons.
Okay.
And then if they sign up, honestly, I got to split them. Like I got to say, hey, I got room on Monday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Friday.
Because they take a little extra like help, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have 5 coaches on the mat during kids class, and it's still the number one priority is safety, right? Sure. I don't want them, knocking heads or kicking each other. So I got to do something, So
could have fooled me after the open mat.
What are you talking about?
It's so packed,
dude. It was so packed. And there was those 2 guys that kept like wrestling across the mat.
Young kids,
bro. Yeah.
I literally like stopped those 2 kids at one point. I was like, hey, you guys are going ham, dude. Fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Do it. Just you guys have to be aware of everybody that's around you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, sorry.
Yeah. And then I got on the mic and I was like, we're not wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Immediately when you put the mic down, Sierra and Katie, they start wrestling.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what part of no wrestling did you not understand?
God damn it, Sierra. God damn it.
She looks at me like, what?
Oh my God.
I'm like, my God. When you start standing and you grab your partner's leg and you put him to the ground, that's wrestling.
Mm-hmm. First clue.
Yeah.
First clue. Yeah. But
that kid.
Yeah. So the reason I brought up that space that we didn't move into that we were talking about is when I approached them, I just called the number on the wall. Mm-hmm. But it was a oh no, you know what? I was actually just driving by a different location, and I called the number, property management number,
Sure,
and I freaking just said, hey, I'm looking for a spot. I want to be within 5 miles of this location, and show me what you got. And we were actually going to different spots, and he goes, hey man, I found a spot that used to be a fitness center. Mm-hmm. It might be perfect for you, and it was really good.
I forgot about that because you guys found a bunch of locations, like some in Apache Junction, and some like just down the street from you.
Yeah. So I went and looked at it, and I'm like, man, this is so perfect. Now I'm pretty sure I would have lost some students because some people coming from like Santan or something might have been a little bit too far. But
then you'd gain students from the other side.
Yeah, I mean, it's a give and take, and it's not that far. The reality is, it's 4.5 miles, but it's like a 7 or 8 minute drive.
It's so funny how like not that far is like there's people who drive like an hour for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And they're like fine with that.
Yeah.
But like I think on the grand, like generally speaking, I think most people are going to be like, if it's not within a couple of miles from them, they're not going.
Right.
Or they will for a little bit. And then they'll start making excuses like, oh, I'm going to be 5 minutes late if I leave right now. And then it starts becoming a pattern, and then they quit showing up.
Well, we advertise mostly to 8 miles around our gym.
Yeah.
And that's because that's pretty much like if you live beyond 8 miles, you're probably not going to go.
Yeah. Or you'll go for a little bit and then not.
And then quit, just like you said.
Because you realize it's just like, that's actually a lot of time out of your day.
Yeah.
Is driving.
Yeah. So basically what you do is you find a location, and then you almost like petition the owner for acceptance, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of give your pitch. And I wrote, a 3-paragraph email on how we started with, 1,500 square foot. Yeah. Now we're at 4,000. Yeah. And, we've outgrown the space 2 days a week.
This is your business proposal?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then, and I was like, I think we would be a great fit for your location. It's sports just like it used to be.
And then some guy reads it and he's like, I just want your money.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but the realtor guy, he was like, dude, the ownership wants you.
Okay.
I'm like, cool. So we did all the, the background stuff, which is like financial stuff like that. And that all was good. And dude, we were real close to moving.
Yeah.
Real close to moving. And then finally my, property manager called me.
Did you tell them? You're like, we have a new spot. We're going to go there if you don't fucking talk to me.
I left him a message because he would not return my calls. I'm like, hey, I'm going to pull the trigger on a different location if I don't hear from you by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he finally called me. It was a Thursday before my lease was up.
That manager is kind of a shitty manager.
He's horrible. He's horrible. I don't hear a lot of people say, "Oh my god, my property manager's so great."
You know that's fair. I've never heard a good thing. Well,
I mean, there could be some good ones out there. You know,
but I think on the whole, I think they're kind of shitty.
Yeah, my roof still leaks. It's still bullshit. And whatever.
Same with Paul. He always gets the fucking like every time it rains, I'm like, get the buckets out.
Get the buckets out. Yeah, I got 2 spots that are just constantly
that back corner, right? That's the biggest one.
That's the biggest one. Yeah, but it's
Sierra's bedroom.
It's on the mats. That water drips on the mats. And I got speakers up there. I got a TV up there. It's not okay.
Which is dangerous.
It's not okay. Yeah.
Short circuit some of that shit.
Yeah. So I just as much as it's hard to get anything out of them. But in writing that 3-paragraph email, like I was like, damn, we've been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like we've grown a lot. It's been fucking cool. And it would have been great to have the 5,500 square feet. It would have been another 1,500. And the way the place was laid out, like we could have moved in and started
right away
business, and then we could have just built around because it didn't affect the mat space where we had to paint and build and all that stuff. There was an office built out.
And then you can buy more mats later.
Yeah. And then we, of course, we passed on it, right? We stayed where we are. But, man, it had, like, 3 bathrooms, a shower.
Have you driven by it since?
Yeah, it's like a boxing place.
Oh, so that'll be closed.
Yeah, I'll have it someday. It's fucked up. Yeah,
it's true though. Those boxing places,
they never.
There's it's so far fewer and far between because it's just like no one wants to get hit in the face,
dude. Honestly, like if you do like boxing or like Sit-Tan to me is the anomaly because they've been around so long. But most places that are just that don't make it. Like MMA spots do really well. Jiu-jitsu spots do good. Karate spots murder.
I feel like a lot of them have to have jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, or they do like a boxing fitness program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you fill the room. Yeah.
Billy Blank shit.
Yeah, you fill the room with Lululemons and ponytails, and sell a bunch of gloves and wraps and shit like that. And yeah. So it's.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a big portion of it, right? Because, like I said, no one wants to get hit in the face.
Fuck no, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
You ever do it? You ever do like Muay Thai or boxing?
Mm-mm.
I did boxing for a while. Just wake up with a nosebleed.
So I had a group of friends when we were like in literally in high school. We'd go drinking or whatever. This girl that we knew had this huge house, and that she was the party house because she had the parents that are like, everyone can get drunk here. We'll buy the alcohol. You just got to find a way home.
Okay, yeah.
Which was actually bullshit, but anyways.
That is bullshit. It's like they should just keep you there.
Yeah, well, I was pushed out once, and I was like, oh, you got to go home. And I'm like, I'm drunk. Yeah, but anyways, that's not. But we would every once in a while we'd like.
There's 10 idiots that are going to listen to this and say, "Why don't you just Uber?"
There was no Uber.
I know, right?
Back then, there was no fucking Uber.
No fucking Uber.
Not when I was in high school.
You had to hit a button 4 times just to get a fucking Z. Okay, just
True that.
True that.
True that. Yeah, it was totally like Nokia days. But like she had a little brother and like he had like boxing gloves. So we like every once in a while we'd have like, all the idiots. Yeah. All of us idiots would be like, hey, let's box. And one of my friends, his name's Sal. His family owns Kaiju Kembo, I think is what the martial art is called. And little guy. Yeah. Like you say I'm little. He's like a rooster weight.
Oh wow.
But God, he fucked me up.
Did he?
Because he's so fast.
Yeah.
Right. And you get hit once and you're like, oh, that's something I've never felt before. Yeah. Where your brain kind of like short circuits. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like for that split second. Like if you don't get knocked out, but your brain still kind of goes like, oh, what the fuck was that?
I don't know if you've ever been hit to the point where your legs wobble, but that is fucking wild. That'll scare you a little bit.
Like when I kneed you in the head?
Nah, well, I was already on the ground.
You headbutted my knee?
I headbutted your knee. I dove into it like a hawk.
Hey, just so you know,
like a hawk attacking a pigeon.
My knee was fine.
Is anybody going to ask how my hand is after I hit the iron jaw of that baby? What was that, Will Ferrell? Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, that's like one of those things. Is like people love the idea of like being a Muay Thai fighter or a boxer until they get hit once.
Until you get hit, dude.
And you're like,
but like for real hit.
Yeah. Like someone who's trying to knock your block off. Yeah. Or trying to knock you out.
I'm going to turn that fan on.
Or are you getting a little toasty? It is a little warm in here, but I thought it was the whiskey. And you haven't even touched your tequila.
I did. I've taken a couple sips.
No, shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
But yeah, I mean, boxing, like I said, it's just like people don't like to get hit. So it's like you get hit, and then those people are like, maybe I'll take up karate. Yep. Or what's that dancing one? No, not martial arts. It's like the shit. Someone's yelling at they always have it at like LA Fitness and shit. Zumba, yeah, Zumba. Yes. They're like, you know what? Zumba sounds good. I'll get in shape that way.
Dude, Zumba was the shit, man.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Yeah, right.
No, but I've watched it.
Amy probably takes it every weekend.
Looks exhausting.
Zumba is Brazilian, right?
I don't know.
It seems very Brazilian.
I don't know. Sounds like something on Nickelodeon.
It's very booty oriented.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I could get down with that. Oh my God. Yeah. So.
Well, hey. Well, looking back, let me ask you: like, if you were to do it all over again, what would you change?
Oh man.
Like if you had like a friend who was starting a gym, other than don't do it,
other than run. Other than have someone punch you in the face so your knees buckle and you forget
you don't really want to open your own jiu-jitsu school. Trust me.
Honestly, like I was in a position where I had to do it because my big fear was dying. You know, wondering what if. Okay. Right? I was 48 years old. You know what I mean? Come on, I'm 48.
I mean that's the catalyst, but like
yeah. Well, no, and the reason I say that is because if you're like, if my friend was say 28, and they're black belt, they compete, they fucking love to teach, they're a good instructor, and they want to make that leap to go into that ownership piece because you can make decent money doing jiu-jitsu.
Sure. But you have a really successful school and you market it right and everything.
Yeah, I mean, but I spend a lot of money because I have other people do like day-to-day stuff, so it costs money.
Yeah.
And but if you have like a young, energetic person that is very reliable and very responsible, you could keep all that money. You could just do all the day-to-day shit, that I don't like to do. I just don't like to do. I'm not good at it. Yeah. Yeah. So, but the first thing I would ask, especially if they're a competitor, are you done competing?
Right. No, yeah. I think a lot of people underestimate how much time you're not going to have to 100%. Train for a real, especially if you want to stay competitive.
Yeah. So, so people will forgive a lot of things, but not for a long period of time. So if you're the type of person that, hey, I'm randomly going to be closed because there's no one to teach and I got to go do the Chicago Open.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to spend an overnight, so you cancel Friday class. There's no Saturday morning class.
Like if you don't have a coaching staff that can back you.
Yeah, you're just starting. You're just starting. You don't have anybody.
Right. It's you and maybe your significant other. Right?
Yeah. Maybe a buddy that covers classes every once in a while, but
sure, that's not
as reliable as people think, right?
Yeah. Everyone likes that idea until they're like, hey, can you be here Friday night?
Yeah. And like say there's a local tournament that you like competing in. Well, once you have students that are competing, you're now a coach. So the competitor and the coach are colliding, right? Well, then let's just say you've got all these competitions that maybe your sponsor's paying for, so you sign up for all these competitions, but then your business is suffering, or you have a roof leak, or your toilet breaks, or you have a flood, or the mats are screwed.
All the non-glamorous stuff.
All the non-glamorous shit, dude. All the things that you hate doing. Now the coach, the owner, and the competitor are colliding. Right. The only person that suffers when those collisions happen is the competitor.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So how many times have I not done a tournament that I want to do? Shitloads. Because I can't, because we got to be there to coach, right? How many times have I canceled? I've canceled trips because something happened at the academy. I got to be there. Yeah. The AC went out. I got to be there when the AC guy shows up.
I like that you don't cancel. You will never cancel a class.
Fuck no. This weekend was a first time in a long time that we didn't have classes on Saturday because we're setting up for the.
But there was plenty of communication, which is key.
Yeah,
If like, like that emergency happens, or not. It's not an emergency, like because this was not an emergency. It was a celebration, right?
Yeah,
it's a good thing. But like if you know ahead of time. Communicate.
Yeah, in 5 years, we've canceled one class because no one could teach it. One. in 5 years.
And that's impressive.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Especially at the beginning.
That is my line that I draw. I refuse to fucking cancel classes. I even had Danny Allen cover a class once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me?
Fuck, I still owe Danny $50.
I'm a fan.
Fuck, I gotta pay Danny.
Danny Allen?
Danny Allen.
Shake him down.
I owe you money, brother. I'm so sorry.
You want to know where his weak spots are? I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, they're all over.
everything.
They're all over. If it bends, it hurts. Just go after it.
Deep half.
Oh, fuck deep half. So, and the second thing I would say is, there was a point in time where things were not going great. I had to break up with my former partners, and a bunch of coaches left, and I was teaching a bunch of classes. I was fucking tired. I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared because we lost a bunch of students, so we weren't turning a profit. And
you've talked about this before too, and I didn't ever realize that you were like that. I guess I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, but I'm like, I never realized like how close you were to like, or like at least you felt that you were really close to like, maybe we're not going to do this anymore.
Yeah, well, there was a point, I've never shared this until very recently, like the last couple of days, where I was almost like broken. And not broke because we had money, but I was broken. And I was like
emotionally.
Yeah, and I told Amy, I said, maybe I can't do this.
Yeah.
Maybe I can't do this on my own.
And Amy's like, you're right.
Yeah, and Amy's like,
you should get a job.
Duh, stupid. No, but Amy's like, she kind of, she gave me a kick in the ass. She was like, don't say that because that's not true.
Yeah.
And I was just so freaking angry, I guess, or scared or whatever the emotions were at the time. All of it. Because, thank God, like, I keep money in the bank. Always keep money in the bank because you never know when you need it. Yeah. So it wasn't like we were losing tens of thousands a month. You know what I mean? But it was a couple thousand here, 1,500 there that we just were kind of short that was coming out of that account.
You always just had like just your head above water. And
that
was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. And then there were times where like, okay, I got payroll this week. I got to pay rent next week. That type of thing, instead of just writing checks. Yeah, you're good. No, it's not like that.
I think a lot of people don't understand that about like starting any business, restaurant, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. It's like you're going to be underwater for a couple of years probably. Yeah.
So we went 6 months before we actually paid ourselves anything. Yeah. And that was, you almost feel dirty when you do it. Because you're so used to not doing it.
I should take this money.
Yeah. You're like
well, I'm a salaried employee technically of my own company.
My own company, yeah. So, but yeah, there was that, man. There was I was on a trip in Mexico, and I got a fucking text message from one of my coaches telling me that they were quitting.
Wow.
And then not only that coach, it was two of them.
Who was it?
I can't tell you, but. So I'll give you the scenario. It was already pretty chaotic, and Amy's like, we got to get away. It's only 4 days.
This is when like the big divide was happening.
The big divide. It had happened, right? Yeah. And I already lost several coaches, and I was covering a bunch of classes. And Amy and I were in Mexico. We went to see this band, right? The Vandaliers. Shout out to the Vandaliers.
Never heard of her.
Fucking awesome band. If you've never listened to them, just give them a shot. They're really good. But they're a really cool band to see live.
Okay.
Almost to the point where I listen to their shit like, on Spotify, and I'm like, it's better live. You know what I mean? They just fuck.
You're one of those. Okay.
They're just so much fun. They're just so much fun.
Music is never better live.
I know. But they're just so much fun, right?
Someone's yelling, "Fuck you!" Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't hear shit. People are always stepping on you.
There's always a 6'7" dude standing in front of you.
Yeah. Fuck you. Live music is not better.
Yeah, there was actually a guy. There was actually a guy the last time we were in Mexico at that music festival. He actually wore a shirt that it read like, "I'm the tall guy that's here to ruin your night."
Sorry,
on the back of his shirt. It's fucking awesome.
At least he knows.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the band we went there to see. It was 7 p.m. Friday night. We were on at the big stage. We're got settled into our chairs like the old people, fucking, we already had a good buzz going.
What's that place with the upper level?
Banditos.
That place is awesome.
Yeah, that place rocks. So, actually, it was a field behind it where they put the big stage up.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're at the big stage, and then my phone buzzes, and I check it. So I spent the whole concert staring at the back of the guy's head in front of me wondering what the fuck I'm going to do.
So it like took the fun out of your event.
Oh, dude, I was zombie. I was just numb. I was like,
doesn't that suck? It doesn't even matter what it is. Like, it's just like some news you hear and it just fucking takes the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And it's always the fear of the unknown. Like, what's going to happen now? You know what I mean? Because when a coach goes, student goes. You know, stuff like that. It's all that bullshit.
And the funny thing is like it always ends up okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not always. There's definitely like scenarios where people have like this happen and it's like it goes bad. But like for the most part in your life, when you have this scenario happen, you're like, fuck, what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Like if you like lose your job, maybe you get laid off or whatever. You figure it out.
Yeah. And my attitude, honestly, like if we were to go out of business, okay, I'll just start another one. You know, I'll just figure something else out. Like, you know, I've never been.
But that's a make or break moment for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But I had that attitude before that, right? Like,
well, I mean, you started a business.
Yeah. When somebody says, you know, oh, you know, this can't fail. Oh, yes, the fuck it can.
Yeah.
and by the way, it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah. So I mean that was one of those moments where I was like, the next day, we went to Capone's. Remember that place where we got pizza?
Yep.
So we went to Capone's. And
in Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Mexico pizza.
Mexico pizza was awesome. Low grade diarrhea.
I've had shitty pizza once.
I had shits.
Awesome.
I had the shits.
That's because you're soft.
Yeah, but that's when I decided. I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna handle it. I'm just gonna take care of it. And you know, so I made a lot of decisions. You know, I started looking at classes that were underperforming and, you know, making some changes there. And I think one of the biggest mistakes while I was doing that is I forgot who my friends were.
Okay.
You know, I made changes to my schedule and I really didn't consult anybody.
Yeah.
I bounced it off a few people that were not involved because I want some.
Were you just like in your head about it and you're just like, I'm just going to make the decision. Like because it's so hard. Sometimes it's like just getting over the hump of like making a big decision that's going to affect your business.
Yeah.
And then and then you forget that there's like a bunch of other little cogs in that machine that is your business, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm just making the decision.
And it was people that have been with me since the beginning that it affected. And you know what? People like that were in even before you had brick and mortar.
Yeah,
they deserve a conversation.
Yeah,
and
I know specifically what you're talking about, who you're talking about, and like I it sucked when I heard about how it happened, and I was like, that sucks. That's kind of shitty. But like, I get it.
No,
because I've been there where you just make a decision, you didn't even think about anybody else at the time.
I don't want to say anything like, oh, that's unforgivable, because everything, you know, other than very few things are unforgivable,
sure.
Right? And I think our friendship was good enough that it would have been one of the easiest conversations I would have had,
right? Because
I would have just laid it out for them.
They would have been very understanding.
Yeah, yeah, and it would have been like, oh man, cool.
But it's the fear of like the unknown a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, I was, you know. And there were other factors that were in it. You know, that was about the time when, you know, my mom got sick and we're going back and forth to Houston. And, you know, I just dropped
the ball.
I dropped the ball big time. So, so I would say, like, if you're going to start a business and you have that fucking ride or die buddy, you know, friends that are with you, don't fucking forget who they are.
Yeah.
You know, write it down, fucking, you know, whatever you got to do. Make sure you're, because when you're in it, when you're in the trenches and bullets are flying, bro, you got to remember who your friends are.
Something I've noticed about people who open jiu-jitsu schools, for the most part, right, is that they're generally like, you know, they're coming up through another school and then they're like, all right, I'm going to branch off and do my thing.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people will come with them. Those people that come with you are generally going to be your ride or dies, like 100%, you said, right?
100%.
And you can't forget, right?
No.
It's, and taking for granted is the wrong word, but like you do kind of take for granted that like, hey, these are the real people, you know, that are like in it for you.
Yeah. And I just forgot. I just, honestly, I was like, it was one of the more selfish things I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it did affect other people, and I just made it about me.
Sure.
You know? So, and there's a lot of like, you know, I always tell people like, in training, you know, there's reasons and excuses, you know, one of them's better than the other, you know what I mean? And I really thought I had a reason, but I was kind of using the situations, plural, that I was in as my excuse to make that decision without really, I mean, of course I talked to Amy about it, you know what I mean? But that was really it. And I talked to people who were completely detached, because I want to hear it from people that are like, dude, yes, you know, like if it were me, because they don't have any emotional attachment to the decision, which makes their input very valuable.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know.
The people in particular that you're talking about, like, I was very happy once you guys finally figured it out.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I guess you figured out that you were way off base when the way you handled
I was wrong.
it.
I was wrong.
Yeah. And I'm happy because I love them too.
Yeah.
And it's good that they're like still in the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say we're good-ish, but like any relationship is like a bank account. You make deposits and withdrawals.
Sure. Oh, 100%.
And I withdrew and I overdrew that account. Yeah. So I have to start making deposits into that account.
You have to pay the over withdrawal fee.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got to start making deposits.
Which is like very apt, right? Because like if you like break that trust, it takes a lot more to get that trust back than it is to maintain.
Yep. And I don't expect them to trust me at all. Like, you know, if I were to approach him and say, hey, would you like to be a coach again? I would expect a fuck no, because I can't trust you.
Yeah.
And I would be totally understanding with that response, man. You know,
I mean, and sometimes you have to like be willing to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes the answer is just, it's never going to be yes again.
Yeah.
Which is, it sucks sometimes when you're like, okay, but I mean, it's kind of like you made the bed.
I did. So it's on me.
Kind of, so speaking to like the kind of like the friends and family and all that kind of stuff that goes into like starting a business, kind of like the elephant in the room, so to speak, starting a business with a friend.
I would say, okay, so there's 3 reasons to go into business with somebody. Okay. They either have more money than you, they have more expertise than you, or they have more time than you.
Right.
Right. Those are the only 3 reasons.
Right.
That you think they're cool or they're very creative. No, none of that. Right. Those are, I would say there's other reasons, but those are 3 key indicators of like whether you're going to succeed or not. Because if you're the same person with the same talents,
then you don't need each other.
You don't need each other. Right. Yeah. So, the mistake, it was a very classic mistake that we made. We went into this, we signed documents without having, things in place that would help us make decisions.
Establishing the boundaries between the 2 parties.
Who is responsible for what?
Yeah.
Right?
Like, and have it be on paper.
Yes. Yeah. So we would end up in like a gridlock situation where we didn't agree on, decisions that we wanted, recommendations that we were making, but no one would make a decision. So it's very difficult to move forward. So a lot of the stuff that we
these impasses, right?
It was very very much an impasse on a lot of things. And that causes tension. And I gotta be honest with you, man, I'm not an easy person to work with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I like to move fast. I want shit off my plate because there's more shit coming and I know it.
Yeah.
And if you procrastinate, then you're just piling shit on your plate.
And I think that comes from like your sales background too. Mm-hmm. It's like a lot of people who don't work those types of industries don't realize it's like, you knew that like, we have to make this decision, like yes or no, whatever it is, you have to make it now. And it has to be like the right decision. And that you have like all of these decisions that you make along the road of like your business where like, if I make the wrong decision, we're done. We're closing doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's like an infinite amount of those when you own a business, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but you can't sit on them either.
You can't because some of them can be pretty critical.
Yeah.
And we ran into issues like that, and that caused a lot of tension. Mm-hmm. And I'm not the easiest person to work with. I'll be honest with you. But I will tell you this. If I'm wrong and someone tells me, like, gives me like explains to me how I'm wrong, dude, I'll own it. I will own it. I'm not stubborn like that because I know I make stupid choices sometimes. But without having like a layout of who's responsible for what, recipe for disaster. Yeah. We were literally at each other's throats in 6 months.
Figuratively.
Nah, bro.
But I mean, like, I think it's harder with friends because it's hard to tell your friend I can't be your partner anymore because you're not doing you're holding up your end. Like, because that ruins friendships.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Right.
Yeah.
And in this case, it did.
It did.
Which sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of people think
not Ben and Jerry.
Yeah. Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs.
But a lot of people think like, oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. Because I see it a lot, especially in jiu-jitsu, where two guys want to like, because like no one has like the perfect like work schedule, family schedule to like open a school.
Right. Yeah.
So they like, okay, you have a little bit of more freedom in this area. I have a little more freedom in this area. Let's join and start a school. And I keep seeing this, like, it's like a never ending pattern. I see it all the time. Right. And you just like, don't do it.
Yeah.
You guys are going to hate each other eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like very cynical, but it's like, I feel like it ends up that way more often than not. And the more I hear about like guys who've had experience, like, I'm not going to say like who we're talking about, but like a lot of like really big names in jiu-jitsu who've like done this game before. And it seems like, and you thought like, oh, that must have been perfect. And it wasn't.
Was not. Yeah.
Because you just didn't know or think it is perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
And you just like, there's so much stuff that goes on behind like closed doors that like a lot of people don't realize. It's like, it looks glamorous because that's the show everyone puts on because you have to.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, and
So changes relationships, right?
yeah, it does. And I think the shittiest part of all of it was there was a period where like I feel that people felt like they had to choose.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. That's really shitty.
But on that negative note, how about like the positive note? Like what were the big successes that you guys had?
We grew to almost 200 students in less than a year.
Yeah,
that was a big success.
What do you attribute to that? I mean, obviously you guys had a great location. Location is like the number one for any business.
Location was great.
If you have a shitty location, it doesn't matter how awesome you are, you're going to have nothing.
And we were also there
Eventually.
before, the Gracie Baja and the other schools that have popped up in the area. You know, we were there before them. So that helped, that helped a lot. I think, it's really easy to measure success with numbers, right? Because they fucking scream, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 200 students in less than a year, that's a lot.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of people getting through the door. You're paying your bills. You know what I mean? We started paying ourselves after 6 months, because we're doing okay. You know, we had money in the bank. It was a good scenario. We had a great location. We had, great mat space, a horrible property manager. God dang, he's horrible. Still is.
But the current one or the one before?
The current one, yeah. The one before, she was really cool because we told her like, hey, we're going to be month to month. She's like, awesome.
Because you guys almost moved into like closer to the what's it called? The Uncle Bear's. Like it was like a doctor's office or dentist's office.
Yeah, they wouldn't. So they said no to us almost right away, and we offered, like, we were ready to,
because unit wise it was a good unit.
It's a great unit. But what I found out is they'll make 5 times what they'll make with us with a doctor. So they'd rather sit on it, let it sit empty. You know what I mean? And then they make more. They make in the long run, they make way more money. What I kind of wish. Unfortunately, at the time, like we had a cost cutter, I think it was, next to us, and then the optometrist on the other side, and they left eventually, and the nail place left, and there was like 4 units, I think, empty. That would have been pretty sweet to grab all of them, all of those, because it was right next to the EOS Fitness.
Well, at the time
just opened. It wasn't, but it just opened. I
think it was like a Safeway or something.
Yeah, it was a Safeway back in the day, but it was closed when we were there. It was closed, but that would have been like a really cool location. But no, I'm really happy with the location. We made some commitments early, like we're gonna have somebody at the front desk, because, dude, I can't tell you how many times people walk in and they're just kind of
look around and no one talks to them.
No one talks to them, and then they just leave.
Yeah,
and that's
it's so true, because it's like
that's a couple $1,000s a year you're walking out the door.
I think about it from like my perspective. Like, so when I started jiu-jitsu, I had friends. That's why I started, right? Like I had Kevin, who was like already doing jiu-jitsu, and it was like, oh, this is easy. Like I come in when Kevin comes in, and it's like I always have like my buddy, right, quote unquote. But like if you're just like a random guy who's like, I'm thinking about jiu-jitsu, you walk in, you're already a little apprehensive, you're a little insecure, because you're like, this is something I've never done before.
All of that comes out, yeah.
Right? And you walk into a building and no one's talking to you.
And you're like, I guess I'll leave now.
It's a real easy, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, yeah. But when you walk in and someone's like, hey, welcome in, what can I do for you? Why do you want to do jiu-jitsu? What is it about? Yeah, it's always like, oh, Joe Rogan, But But yeah, so
and having the right person, because you can have the wrong person do that for sure.
Absolutely.
I think Taylor does a good job.
Taylor does a good job. She was very. Did I tell you how we met? How I met Taylor?
Mm-mm.
So Paul Manganaro from Gustavo Dantes, owner of Roll Union.
Never heard of him.
Shout out to Roll Union.
Never heard of him.
Roll
Does
Union.
he make gis or something?
RollUnion.com. Use promo code Ares East Mesa or something like that. I think it is.
So he's like, you motherfucker! I gave you a discount code and you don't even know it.
Yeah. You know, I can't.
Hey, Paul, feel free to drop him.
I can't tell you how. Don't drop me, Paul. I can't tell you how many times I've texted him. Hey, what's my promo code again? But what was I saying?
Stamp it on his forehead.
What was I saying? Paul. Oh yeah, Paul.
How you met Taylor? Yeah.
So Paul Manganaro had a cryotherapy place off of
that's
University
right. I
in
forgot about that.
McKellips.
Yeah,
Is that McKellips? Yeah, right. McKellips.
Sure.
Is that McDowell or McKellips?
The one that goes north, McClintock.
McClintock. Sorry, yes.
McKellips is the east-west one in Scottsdale.
Okay, so I want McClintock. So just shy of McClintock on University, he had a cryotherapy place. And I would go there. I had a little membership with him. Mm-hmm. So Amy and I both. So we would go and throw on your little robe and the freaking gloves. It looks very creepy. And then...
you guys can't handle the cold?
Dude. Well, I mean, you take it off before you go in, but you're not going to walk around in your underwear.
Your gloves.
No, you leave the gloves on
coward.
like a bitch. But so Taylor's job is she would check you in, and then she would walk you back and get your little robe and stuff like that. And then
so she worked for him.
She worked for him. Mm. So she would change. You know, she would give you all the stuff to change into, and then she would wait for you over by the cryo chamber.
Right.
And then she would close the door behind you, set it, and then talk to you while you were in this fucking chamber. So you
walk you through it
to get your mind off of the cold. That was her job. Like they had a couple of different people in there that would kind of talk to you. Oh, you know, what do you got going on today? That kind of thing. And I remember it was always when I was about to break, when I was about like, get me the fuck out of this thing. Like, okay, you're done. Okay, cool.
See, I would be the opposite. I'd be like, can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to focus on not dying.
But you know what? If you were to tell them like, hey, I just need quiet, they'll just leave you alone.
Okay. Yeah.
But it helped me like anyway. So I would just kind of give her updates on where we are with the school.
As you're just like shooting the shit, trying not to die.
We're just talking and we're opening a school. I was like, oh, cool. And she was not training, but she knew Paul trained at Gustavo's. Mm-hmm. But one day she goes, hey, do you guys do internships? I was like, as a matter of fact, we're looking for somebody because we just talked about having somebody at the front desk.
Right.
And her
this
degree,
is after you moved.
Yeah. And her degree was in exercise science. Mm-hmm. So we brought her in for an interviewed her for maybe a couple of hours, just talked to her. And I'm like, yeah,
that's a long ass interview.
Well, I mean, it was mostly a bullshit session. Like we just talked, you know what I mean? And kind of gave her a rundown of what her responsibilities were going to be. And she took the job as part-time. And then when the split happened, I was like, well, I need someone there like all the time because
like a real manager.
Yeah. So first I brought her on full-time to do the front desk and I was doing all the back end stuff. And then slowly, like I gave her more responsibility on front, on back end stuff. She just still does the front end stuff, but I gave her some back end stuff. And now, I mean, she runs the place pretty well. You know what I mean? Like I still do like the higher level, pay the bills and do all, all the insurance and all that shit. Business license, make sure that's all good.
Yes.
Yeah. All the shit that I hate to do, right? But needs to get done. Payroll, stuff like that. But as her responsibilities increased, so did her pay.
Sure.
So every time, if I gave her more responsibility, I'd give her a bump in pay. She's actually up for one in October. So
cool.
Yeah. So now my goal, so she kind of grew into that role, and I always liken it to it's an old school show called MASH, and there was a guy who was like an assistant to the commander of the base, and when he first started, he was a fucking disaster. There was just shit everywhere. Didn't know what he was doing. And then by the time it was time for him to ship back home, he was like super squared away. Yeah. So I'm not saying Taylor was a disaster. I was a disaster because I'm trying to teach her things and I'm like, I don't fucking remember how this works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
she's young.
Yeah, but she, like if I tell her like, hey, I need you to learn this, she'll just go learn it. She'll just do it. Yeah. So it's really cool. So she's done a great job. Now so the next step for me is when we get to a certain level, like student body wise and revenue wise, to get her off of the front desk, like actually hire another front desk person, maybe part-time. And then
like a front desk person and have her actually manage.
Yeah. She would take my office and she would manage the place. And then, I would do, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. Probably teach more.
Sit at home and collect paychecks.
No, I'd probably teach more. I enjoy the customer facing stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I enjoy sitting at the tables, talking to the parents. I enjoy,
Well, that's the sales stuff.
that is the sales stuff. That's like the farming, right? Making sure everybody's happy. And then,
and that's the part I think a lot of people forget. Like once you have the sale, it's like you got to maintain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they go somewhere else.
They will. They absolutely will.
Yeah.
And even students, man, when they come, like, they're like, hey, I came here to learn from you, bro. Like, you got to teach. That kind of shit. I'm like, hey, dude, I love teaching, so I will. But there's who was I talking to? We were talking to Q. Like, we're really good. Like, when it comes to the kids class, we can be that, one day every few months, be that crazy uncle that goes and teaches a class and everybody has fun.
Yeah.
I can't do it every day.
Yeah.
Like, I got to have a kids coach and I got to have somebody with that energy and that connection with the kids.
Someone young, probably.
Someone younger. Yeah. I mean, that seems to work. That works with the connection. It's weird, man, because Justin is an anomaly. Most times when we hire a younger coach, it doesn't work out because their maturity is not quite there.
And Justin sucks.
Justin is terrible. God, I hate him. God, I hate him. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
he's awesome. No, the anomaly is where he is mature enough to understand, like, hey, this is a business, right? And he's also, like, young enough to make that connection with the kids.
I mean, he's a business owner, though.
He does. Yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
I think that helps
himself.
a lot.
Absolutely. And he's very
not a good business owner. But
he's very mature for his age.
Sure.
I would say. Like, I don't know. I mean, I was forced into maturity because I had kids really young, 24 years old. I had 2 kids.
Because you're Mexican?
Part of it. That's part of it. It's a culture thing. We have kids that are older than us. Whatever.
Kids that are older.
We have them very young. So that was another thing I feel like I got right, was giving Taylor more responsibility and have her, grow into that role.
I feel like it's probably a hard thing to do, right? Because, like, you're basically, to give someone else responsibility, you're taking that away from yourself.
Yeah, man. So think of it this way. Think of it like the last 3 years, the roller coaster of the last 3 years, okay? Let's 5, fuck it, right? We'll go all the way to the beginning. So we start this business, and I'm getting up at 4:30 in the morning, going to teach 6 a.m., and then I dress out for work for my day job at the academy.
You hadn't not committed is the wrong word, but you hadn't quit your AC job.
No, that didn't happen until November 22. So 23.
And you started in 2020.
Yeah. No, 23. November 23 is when was it 23 or 22?
Doesn't matter.
I have to ask Amy. She remembers that shit. But I
remember when you were making that decision.
Bro, that was scary.
Yeah.
That was scary. Those friggin' commission checks are nice, bro.
Yeah.
They're real nice. Yeah.
Amy's like, yeah, they were.
One thing I've made sure is, like, Amy's lifestyle, I never wanted it to change. I wanted her to have the same lifestyle she has. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that happens. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because it's like, well, we're changing, like, you quitting your AC job or your sales job to go full-time in jiu-jitsu. It's like, well, that's going to be a lifestyle change for both of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Whether or not it's the money thing or if it's just like, well, you're going to be at the school a lot and all that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff changes.
Yeah. So that was a huge schedule change for me. I shouldn't say huge, man, because I was teaching in the mornings and training in the evenings anyway. But this is, like, different. It's just different because I was coaching.
You'd, like, have the freedom in, like, when you're just doing, like, the administrative stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to, like, hey, I have to go do a doctor's appointment for Amy or something like that.
Right. Totally different. So then, so that was a change in my schedule. And then when I started doing the academy full time, that was a change in my schedule. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I do this in the morning. I work out at this time. I teach at that time. I train this time. It's always like, okay. And then we hired a couple coaches, and now I don't have to be there at this time, but I do need to be there at that time. And I got, so it's a different schedule change. And then I bought my partners out. So now I've got to do all of the back end stuff and learn that shit. So that's another schedule change.
Yeah.
losing all those coaches. Fuck, now I got to teach more and do the back end stuff. So that's another schedule change. So it's always been like a constant building of a schedule and then getting into that routine just to have it fall apart again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's always changing.
It's always changing. So,
well, it's tough because it's like a job. Like even like for take the coaches, for example, it's like, it's probably pretty difficult for someone to like to say that they're going to be your coach forever.
It's
impossible.
It's impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, because it's like, it really isn't a career.
Right.
Unless you own your own school.
Correct.
It's a career for you. Everyone else, it's a job.
Yep.
Even if they've been with you for years. Dee's been your coach for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still a job for him.
Yeah.
Because you don't see him quitting his career for it.
No. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
sometimes
it's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
Because like you're never going to really be able to pay someone where like they can really only be like if that's their only job.
Right. So my goal, one of the goals I set for myself was like I want to have someone buy a house with the money I pay them.
That'd be cool.
That's really one of the goals I have.
What's your thought on like you see some schools that like expand to where they have multiple schools?
So a couple things on that. If you're like, we have really good processes. I don't trust that they're perfect enough to expand. There's some things that we still do manually, like count geese by hand, shit like that. You know,
we could probably
automate that.
But do you think that's like a lot to do with like, like idiocracy, where it's like all the stupid people are having kids and all the smart people are like, oh, we should wait.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I would say like managing. Oh my God, can you imagine managing more coaches? Oh. They're so
no, I can't.
They're
I don't
such
do it.
prima donnas, dude. Coaches are such prima donnas.
I'm not.
But you would have to get a whole new batch of coaches, or have coaches like that teach at your one spot.
Well, it's always like trial and error, right? Because everyone you think is going to be great, not everyone, but like a lot of people you think are great end up being like,
yeah. I've never brought on a coach to have to fire them. Thank God, I've never done that. I've had people quit. But I've never brought on a coach and be like, hey, man, you're just not the right guy. Oh, no, maybe one or two.
Was it Colin?
No, Colin's my boy, man.
Did you fire him?
No, Colin's my substitute teacher.
God, I saw him the other day. God, he looks awful.
All right, he's a Midwest middleweight.
That's true. He's a Midwest weight.
No, he said he goes around and he'll say, like, I'm still the Midwest middleweight champion of the world. And then you'll beat him in a round and be like, so does that make me the new champ? He goes, that wasn't a championship match. That wasn't a title match. He'll say that wasn't a title match.
What a bitch. I saw this meme the other day about what was it called? It was like Midwest cereal or something like that. Yeah. It was like it was hot dogs and there was some hot dogs, something else, and Malort.
Oh,
have you had the Malort?
Yes.
Have you tried it?
It's so gross. I had it at the Christmas party 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it when I brought it?
Disgusting.
No,
Colin brought it. Or maybe Taylor did.
I'm pretty sure I brought it.
Oh, you brought that Malort?
To Chris's house, yes. Oh, yeah, I brought the Malort because I knew.
You.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I love making people drink it.
It's so gross.
It's like have you ever had absinthe?
No.
It's like that. It's just fucking awful. You can't
gross.
drink it without like completely like bastardizing
it changes your face.
Like putting syrup in it.
Yeah.
Like sugar and fucking. Can I make this flavor anything but what it is?
Yeah.
That's basically Malort.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can degrease engines with it too.
I'm trying to think of like other things that I would say, be ready to have some really, really tough conversations with people.
Yeah. I could see
There's
that.
some tough conversations, and it's funny because like people come to me like, hey, this happened. These two guys probably need to talking to, and okay. So I kind of gather the information. I'm like, okay. And they're like, what do you mean, okay? I'm like, you may think it's a big deal. This is just a day in the life.
Yeah.
With, you'll get text messages of, from parents that aren't happy and emails from people that, oh, this wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. And there's always your insecurities kick in when that happens. Like, oh, I must be like, I'm a failure. You know what I mean? Because I'm losing people, but you're not. I mean, people are just different, man.
Yeah.
And some people like, the biggest issue that I have is I wish that people that quit would just tell me why. Because everybody quits for personal reasons.
Sure. Yeah. And they're all different.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they won't say what reason, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but if they said, hey, I don't like this.
Like you want the debrief.
Yeah, I want the honesty. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want to improve. Like, I'm not perfect, and
it's like, I don't expect me to be like the best boss in the world.
Absolutely not.
Tell me what I can do better.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because
when I do one-on-ones with my employees, we always end the conversation like, what am I doing wrong? What can I do better? That's like one of the things that like I always want to know. And maybe it's a little insecurity because I'm pretty new at it, so it's just like I want to know, like, dude, I'm not gonna fire you because you tell me I'm not communicative enough or whatever it is, or whatever whatever the scenario is. It's like I want to know, like, I can't get better if I don't know.
Yeah, there was this gosh, it was like 2008, 2009. The company I was working for at the time started doing like subordinate evaluations.
Sure.
So you evaluate your boss.
Was it in like a skip meeting where like you talk to your boss's boss?
No, it was an actual like almost like a survey type thing where you actually fill it out.
Okay.
And my boss at the time was this guy. I don't want to say his name.
His name was David Robertson.
We'll just call him Grant Sniper. He was the worst boss I've ever had. He's doing well now. I hear he's like a CEO of a company. Like he's doing.
He failed upwards. Got it.
Yeah, no. He was actually a pretty brilliant kid. He was a kid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he was very smart and very hardworking, super hardworking. But he just wasn't a good leader.
Sure.
I'm sure he grew into one. But at the time, that was his first real leadership role. We all fucking hated him. We all hated him. And so not only did he get low grades from his subordinates at that location, he was the lowest manager in the company.
Jesus.
And this company had like 15,000 employees worldwide. He was the lowest.
It sounds like he failed upwards. And then found a position where he was like, actually good at this.
But honestly, like, I'd been mountain biking with him. You know what I mean? Like, he was a decent guy. He was just a bad leader.
Yeah.
But it's really easy to lead when things are going really well. Mm-hmm. And 2008, 2009, things were not going really well.
Oh, yeah.
So he was probably under a lot of pressure and, didn't respond to that very well as a young guy, so I'm sure he's doing great now.
Sure.
But anyway, horrible. God, I hated him. But it felt really good to just slide over my resignation letter. Before we go any farther with this meeting, you may want to read that.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I quit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So tough decisions. Those are tough. Obviously,
I've like recently had to like have my first like not disciplinary because there was no like they weren't in like trouble in like in that like you're getting written up. It wasn't like that, but it was like I had to address a failing essentially.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, this is my job now. Yeah. So that was like, okay, now I have to have this awkward conversation with somebody.
Yeah. And that's why you got to draw that line, with your employees. You got to draw that line where, yeah, we're cool, but I'm still in charge.
I'm still your boss.
I'm still in charge. Yeah. Like I love your input, but I make the final decision. Mm-hmm. And once, there's some people that can't handle that, and you just can't be cool with them.
Well, that was like the big thing is like I was on the team as part of the team for so long.
Yeah.
And now I'm the head of the team.
That's wild.
You're right. So it's like, and there's like my directs, like like the people that are directly below me versus like the auditors that are like a couple steps below me.
Yeah.
Like the direct people below me are like, they're fucking like my godsend. Like they're like, they pick up all the slack where I drop it, right?
Yeah.
It's great. They're great. But it's like managing like
that's a good team. That's a good team that'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was like, I'm like, especially moving into this role, I'm like, this is probably going to be awkward because I'm like, these were my peers and now I'm their superior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like neither of them treat me any differently. Like they're well, now we have 3.
Yeah.
So like I had to hire my backfill.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, I was like, this is going to be weird, but it's like not.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, that actually caught me by surprise how like, some people can, it's like shit changes, leadership changes.
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you gotta come to terms with that, especially when you're building a team. You got to realize like this is not going to be forever.
Sure. Yeah.
People
Ever.
come and go.
No matter what.
People come and go.
Mm-hmm.
People's needs change. And I get it. Cool, man. I'm happy for you. I'm glad I'm just glad I could be a part of it for as long as I can.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing.
Well, the funny thing is like, so my previous boss got promoted so he was the senior manager of our team.
Yeah.
He got promoted to the director of the department, and now I moved into his role as the senior manager of the team.
Wow. Yeah.
So like, he's still my boss.
Yeah. Stand by 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we?
I don't know.
Where were we?
Some bullshit about how awesome I am.
Bullshit.
At managing my team.
No, oh yeah, there's that.
We were talking about something about that. I think I was pontificating.
Pontificating. Wow.
Sorry, that's a big word.
So-
Giving you my opinion without you asking me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, we talked about things I got wrong, things I got right. Man, I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say like the group of coaches that I have right now, probably the best team I've ever worked with.
Who's your least favorite?
My least favorite coach.
Is it D, or is it Colin?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
It's Bill.
It's got to be Bill.
It's Bill.
Yeah, Bill is probably my least favorite. Yeah.
Like he's not even good at judo. He like acts like he knows how to do judo, but he doesn't know anything about it.
You know what? You teach a guy a couple of Japanese words, and all of a sudden,
and then he's a judo guy. A judoko?
Judoko.
Is it judoko or judoka?
Who cares?
Is it like a Mexican language?
Who freaking cares? The judoka,
Told
the
you.
girl.
The Japanese guy should know. I think it's just all judoka.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Bill fucking sucks at judo. That's all I know.
All
I know is every time we roll, he just pulls guard.
The judo guys that comment on our stuff are just so freaking douchey.
Who's worse than a judo person?
They're just so douchey.
Is there anybody worse?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah. Because even like the fake martial arts guys, like the guys that are on the McDojo life.
Yeah.
They don't say anything because they don't want anybody to look at them.
Fuck no.
Yeah, they know their shit's bullshit.
Yeah, fuck no.
The judo guys think they know everything though.
Yeah.
Hey, all the jiu-jitsu you do, it's all judo. Well, it's okay, sure. But you all suck at judo.
Yeah.
Or at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for that one guy who beat up a white belt. Congratulations.
Still beat up a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Still beat him
who
up?
can't beat up a white belt? Have you seen that? There's like a video where it's like I think he was like a judo black belt, maybe brown belt or something, and he like signed up as like a white belt or blue belt tournament or whatever.
What's his name? Cosmo Kramer?
I think it was Bill.
Bill Walker?
Yeah, he's like, I'm a blue belt.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But he like does like a Uchimata, right? Because that's everything in judo is a Uchimata.
Hoochie coochie.
Hoochie coochie, and then armbars the guy. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, congratulations, you beat up an idiot.
Yep.
An idiot, not savant.
True. Yes. Very true. Very true. Yeah, man. But like in the future, like you were talking about multiple locations, I'm not really big on multiple locations. I really think I haven't maximized the amount of revenue I can generate in one location.
Yeah.
And I think until I do that, I don't want a second location.
The affiliation thing has always been kind of like weird to me.
Why is that?
In jiu-jitsu, it's just like, so like, because at one time I thought that like you needed to affiliate because like it was too prohibitively expensive to like join the IBJJF or whatever. But then you see all these like single schools be in the IBJJF.
Yeah, you can just pay.
Yeah,
all it is a fee.
Right.
But like basically,
like what's the benefit to it?
I don't have to pay that fee.
Right. But how much is the fee prohibitive? I
don't know. I honestly haven't looked into it. And I think you have to be a certain rank in order to even be able to
So that might be
get
part
that.
of it.
Yeah. So at two-stripe black belt, you can promote black belts. You can sign people up to do IB. I mean, I can do that now. I'm, IBJJF certified. I guess that's what you call it. I don't fucking know.
Because
But
you know how to give CPR?
I do know. They don't require that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's one of those things like, so I had a newly promoted brown belt who had not competed at purple. Their last competition was blue.
Is that Kelsey?
No. So the IBJJF said that in order for them to be certified or whatever, approved through the IBJJF, there was this document that needed to get filled out. And I had to do one for Tiffany, but I was just purple belt, so I could sign it.
Sure.
But in order to get a brown belt or above approved,
Even brown belt, huh?
it had to be signed by a 3-stripe black belt or above.
So you like need Q or Samir or Allen?
Yeah.
Is Milton 3-stripe?
Milton's 4, I believe.
4? Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I believe he's 4. Yeah.
So you need like basically one of the heads of Ares to do it.
Yeah. So that's where that comes into play. Like, if you didn't have that, I don't know what happens after that.
It's kind of silly. Like the under black belt level, like honestly, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah.
It's like,
dude, even the black belt level, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
But it's such a big difference. Like, so I was talking to somebody about it the other day about how like if you're a Masters 4 brown belt, right, and you're in the brown up, I'm featherweight, right? So say like I'm in the Masters 4 brown belt division or whatever it is, right? Most of the people that I'm going to compete with are going to be somewhere in that like 6 to 10 year range, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Now, I get my black belt tomorrow. Masters 4 black belt featherweight. I could have a guy who just got his black belt, has been training for 6 to 10 years, or I can have that guy who's a fucking 30-year-old black belt. Or
that's
whatever.
what I get.
Right.
That's my life.
Right. But like at the black belt, like, that's where I think it actually matters, because you're going to throw someone into the black belt level and it's like you're going to be fucking fighting legends.
Yeah. And I really hope they never change that. Some people
agree.
Some people said, "Oh, well, it should be by degrees." No, I don't think so.
That's a softier thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I know. I like. It sounds like I'm complaining about it, but it's like no. It's just like that's the reality of it. It's like at all the colored belts below black belt, blue, purple, brown, whatever, doesn't matter. You're gonna have someone who's relatively close to the amount of same experience. Like you're not going to have like a brown belt who's been training jiu-jitsu for 20 years.
Right.
And if you are, they're not like training 20 years. You know, someone's like, I've trained for 10, 20 years.
I was a purple belt for 8 years. No, you weren't. You were a purple belt for 18 months.
You train once a week.
Yep.
and skips weeks.
It's kind of like being in the reserves in the military. Like you got to earn points towards your retirement.
Yeah.
So you could be in the reserves for like 50 years and not be at retirement because you haven't earned enough points.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. You've been a purple belt for 18 months. It just took you 5 years to prove it.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're sandbag." Well, not necessarily. Just because they're a 10-year purple belt or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like they probably didn't train that much. And
or they switched schools, or life got in the way, they got the career. There's all kinds of reasons, but you weren't training consistently if
that's,
you were a 5-year.
But that's also not to say that there are people who like say you are the person who's like switching a bunch of schools. Like no one's going to like so say like I quit Paul's tonight and I go to J Page's and I'm there for a year. Like J Page as a brown belt, say I'm like a brown belt at Paul's and I quit. J Page isn't going to give me a fucking black belt right away.
Hell no.
He's going to want to like fill you out for at least a year.
Yeah.
At least a year.
It's kind of like a relationship. You're not going to move in together right away.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But if you're that guy who's like, all right, so say I spend like I leave Paul's, I go to J Page's, I spend 6 months there, and then I go to Gustavo's.
Yeah.
And then I go to Alliance, and then I go to Gracie Baja. Like every 6 months, it's like you could potentially spend,
absolutely, yes,
way more than you should.
Yeah. I mean, like the people that joined, started jiu-jitsu while they were in the military, they were white belts forever.
Yeah.
Because you may be consistent for 3-4 months, then you do workups, and then you do a deployment, then you come back and you want to go back and do jiu-jitsu, and you're a few months away from getting a stripe, or maybe you just missed promotions, and now you got to wait 6 months, and then you got another workup. So you end up being a white belt for a long time.
I mean, but there's a lot of guys, it's like, it's not necessarily the time they put in, but it's like their skill level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was telling you about Brandon, he was like, dude, he's a purple belt. He just got his purple belt. Dude, fucking awesome round. I love rolling with that kid. He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so technical. He's a fucking jiu-jitsu nerd.
Yes.
He studies.
Yes.
You were telling me, and I remember him like writing notes.
Always took notes.
After class, he was like in his notebook, like writing notes about like what he was doing, whatever, the technique or whatever.
Yep. Always asking questions, always like seeking that knowledge. Never, I don't know that he did a whole lot of private lessons, but he definitely invested a lot of time, his own time into jiu-jitsu.
It's not even that. I don't even think lessons are necessarily important. Like if you just like leave jiu-jitsu and you're like, I'm going to go have dinner and hang out with my family, you're leaving jiu-jitsu and you're forgetting about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're the guy who's like, I'm leaving jiu-jitsu and then I'm writing in my diary, notebook or whatever, you know, about like what just happened, like Sierra's like this, right? That's why she's ahead of a lot of people.
And he was a Marine, so he's got that toughness, you know, kind of grit, you know?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
That's something to it.
There's a lot of tough idiots.
There's something to it.
He's a smart idiot.
He's a smart idiot, yeah.
So
he definitely ate crayons.
Oh, well, I wonder what his favorite flavor of crayon is.
Probably blue. Everybody likes blue.
He's a purple belt now, so it's got to be purple.
I don't know, but he wasn't a purple belt when
Maybe
he was eating crayons.
magenta.
I thought you were going to say my genitals. He eats my genitals.
I bet you were thinking that. But I was telling you, I think yesterday about how I like to play half guard and I like to play this lazy half guard where I get him in that knee cut position where I'm like underhooking the knee cutting leg or whatever, and I'll either have the lapel or the belt, and everybody almost without fail, it like tries to do some sort of like collar choke there, and I'm like, this is silly. You're never gonna finish me, right? But like he
almost did.
He almost did. Not, I wouldn't say he almost finished me, but he got me to the point where I'm like, oh, I need to address this.
Yeah.
And I told him as much as like, dude, it's like most people try to choke me from this position. I'm like, whatever, you're making me laugh. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I need to defend this.
Yeah, man. He was. I could have justified like promoting him last promotion, but I wanted him to do his 2 years at Blue. So
yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about paying your dues. If that motherfucker competes though, he's fucking everybody up.
Oh yeah. He doesn't.
Yeah,
he just doesn't. I don't know why.
Which is fine. It's like, and we talk about competing a lot and how it's like not a necessity, but like you should.
I think you should, man. I think like.
Do you think that's an ego thing though? Like we think they should because like we want to prove that like they can do it.
For me, it goes both ways. It's an ego thing if you do. It's an ego thing if you don't. There's other factors also in there. Like I need it because I'm not as disciplined otherwise.
Yeah, it gives you that bullseye. Like for me, it's like if I didn't compete, I'd probably be a middleweight.
Yeah, I mean that for us it's different, right? But I also love it. I also love competition. Yeah. I dig it. But there's people that are just like there's probably some insecurity going on, you know.
But we were talking about with like the last podcast about Galliano where it was like are you nervous? Are you nervous? It's like I'm not nervous because no one's trying to kill me here. They're like we're just trying to crash each other's cars.
Yeah.
I think that like in jiu-jitsu, it's like you're trying to hurt somebody to the point where they have to admit that you won.
Right.
Essentially, right?
Yeah.
They tap. That's what a tap is, right? Like if you're in a situation where there's no such thing as tapping, you're dead.
Yeah.
Is essentially what it is, right?
You're literally submitting.
Yeah.
We use the term loosely, but it's a pretty serious word. Yeah. You're submitting to somebody. You know what I mean?
Like, and even if it's something like an armbar.
I wish Amy would submit just once. You know what I mean?
We don't need to talk about it. But you know what I mean? Like if you break someone's arm, like their fight is gone.
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah.
They're obviously there's the fucking
psychos.
1%.
Yeah.
Who are like, I'll still fucking try to bite your fucking neck off.
You got to put those guys to sleep.
You have to kill those guys.
You got to kill.
Those are the guys you have to kill.
Yeah.
But like there's a little bit of that, you know, where it's like a submission is kind of an admit to death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you're talking about like the strictest, like if I break your arm, good luck defending yourself any more than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't protect your arm.
Right.
I broke your arm. Now you can't even use that arm to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to break your other one and then you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I think, you know, I really believe that we are, even though it's a sport jiu-jitsu style, I really believe that people are learning self-defense in a playful manner.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason why the point system is what it is, right? Getting past, getting someone to the ground is a big deal.
Yeah.
Getting past their legs is a big deal, right? Getting into a dominant position is a big deal, and getting into a sub is a huge deal.
But and it's all contextual.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, "Oh, what if you get jumped by 10 guys?" It was like, I don't give a fuck how good at jiu-jitsu you are. You're getting fucked.
I don't care what martial art you're studying, or even if you have a gun, 10 guys are going to take you.
Yeah.
You might get 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
But 10 guys are going to kill you.
And then, which is always like the argument. It's like, then him and his buddies are jumping on you. Well, it's like, you actually can't prepare for that.
You can't. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care if you're like Krav Maga or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, if you're outnumbered, like, that's like, one of the, like the rules of war. Like, if you're completely outnumbered, there's a point at which your skill level does not matter.
It doesn't
anymore.
matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going, even if you hold your own for a while, you're going to tire, and then you're going to get taken. You're going to get overrun. So
right, regardless of how skilled you are.
So we were talking about this the other day. Like, people that practice like gunfighting, and they carry guns.
Hopefully, they don't carry P320s, because then they kill themselves.
We'll find out. Hopefully it's not pointed at me when it goes off. But the reality is the chance of anyone getting into a gunfight is very slim.
Yeah.
Right. That's not fair to say, because people live in bad
Depends
areas.
where you live. Yeah, for
but,
sure.
But like for people like us, like suburban living, like we're not looking for trouble, right? We pretty much have our routines and we stick to them.
I'm looking for trouble.
You're not looking for trouble. But
only in my car.
Could it happen? Maybe. Someone could stalk you and try to rob you. That's a possibility.
Sure, yeah.
And yeah, you may need to defend yourself, but if someone's like just grabs your girlfriend's purse and runs with it, you're not going to fucking shoot them. You're not going to chase them. You know what I mean? People think a robbery is like, somebody pointing something like, give me all. No, they're just going to grab something and run. They're looking for an easy target.
Because they don't want to fight.
Fuck no. Nobody wants to fight. Yeah. Like, it's just
it's back to the boxing thing. You get hit in the face, that sucks.
Sucks, dude. Yeah. So and then like
getting shot probably sucks worse. I've never been shot, but
well, then people that talk about learning self-defense jiu-jitsu, it's awesome. I fucking love it. Like, dude, is it going to serve you one day? Maybe. I hope not.
Yeah. I hope you never have to.
I hope
it's
you
like
never
learning firearms. It's like,
I hope you never have to use it. But if you learn a sports style, I truly believe that you're learning self-defense in a playful manner that you can apply with other people learning self-defense. And it's the reason it's like, I think the reason it's kind of shit on is because it's evolved so much into this. I love it. This beautiful like art form, right? That is, that has all these twists and turns and counters and this and that. And it's gotten away from, throw a punch, slip the punch, get in the clinch, get them on the ground, slap them a little bit, and then take their back. It's kind of evolved from that to barambolos and deep halves.
Well,
deep halves. And
that argument is like, I feel like it's so like disingenuous in my opinion. Because like it talks about like
my argument that you could use it as a like you could functionally use it like
no like where people like, oh, all is sport, like people get it's always in guard pulling is where they talk about this.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Where they're like, oh, you pull guard, you're just gonna get fucking kicked and his buddies are gonna jump in. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're an excellent wrestler and you can take a guy to the ground. You take a guy to the ground and his buddy fucking hits you in the back of the head with a beer bottle.
They still hit you.
Yeah. The argument is like it doesn't talk about that part of it. It's like like in reality, what you should do is run.
Yeah,
you should avoid conflict at all costs.
Yeah,
because like you never like
you never know. Dude.
There's a puncher's chance, right? Like they always talk about that, where it's like even if BJ Penn unfortunately has been in a couple altercations with like random drunk idiots, who've knocked him out.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter.
No.
A heavy fist that hits you in the fucking right spot, you're going down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're dead.
Yeah.
Or you're just knocked out. And
they could stomp you.
They could kill you.
They could potentially kill you.
At that point, they could kill you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't defend yourself if you're knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty confident that if I were to get into an altercation with somebody, I guess around my size, I'm pretty average, around my size, that's not, schooled in what I know, I feel pretty confident that I can get them on the ground and at least if not pin them and hold them, take their back and put them to sleep.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like one-on-one, anybody my size who doesn't train jiu-jitsu, I'm fucking them up.
So it won't even be close.
One-on-one, though.
Yeah.
That's a key thing.
Yeah.
And you have, so say you have their friends, okay? Maybe you have friends too, and they're like, hey, you stay the fuck away. And then your friends are trained maybe, and that's like, okay, then you're in an okay situation.
Yeah.
You're by yourself, and maybe you're walking down you leave a bar with your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and there's like 5 guys.
Yeah.
Run.
Or
running.
Or go right back into the bar.
Exactly.
Go right back and just sit there.
Yeah.
Just sit there and outweight them.
Yeah.
And then when people say, hey, we're closing, good for you. Good for you. I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
There's an ass kicking waiting for me outside.
If it's you having to call the cops, please.
Yeah.
Please do.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're a bitch. Oh, okay,
Yes,
but I'm
I am.
alive.
Yeah.
But I'm alive.
Yeah. No, I got people I got to take
And
care of.
my girlfriend's not fucked up or worse.
Yeah, or worse, yeah. Yeah.
Because like there's
Yeah.
a lot of shitty things that people can do to people.
Yeah, but I think like, this is just a stupid theory that I have, but like I think the chances of people actually getting into like a heads up altercation with someone like us is slim.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly like the society has turned into this thing where like unless the group has the upper hand, like they're almost bullies, they're not going to engage.
Like they have their homies with them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
Then they're gonna start shit because they have their homies.
Because
with them.
and everybody's kind of like they know that you're not going to throw the first punch because that means your demise, right?
Well, it was like that. I think I'm pretty sure we talked about it on the podcast, but we talked about that time at Worlds when we were going to get chocolate.
Yeah.
And like that motherfucker was like trying to start shit with us, and it was like, okay, I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
You're with 4 trained people.
Yeah.
3 of your people are definitely not going to jump in.
No.
Your buddy is like trying to talk you out of it, so he doesn't want to jump in.
He wants no part of it.
It's like the one fucking idiot who wants to fight us, and it's like also, and you were like kind of like, do you want to be in a fucking jail cell till Monday or
Right.
Tuesday?
Yeah,
because it was Labor Day.
Yeah,
It's always Labor Day weekend.
We can't see a judge till Tuesday.
Yeah. Do you want to be in jail till then?
Because I was telling him, I was like, we're not getting away with this. Like, there's cameras everywhere. We're like, they're already watching us. Just so you know.
Even if we get away now, we're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, we're going to get arrested. Yeah.
And it's like when they think about it, you're like, oh yeah, that sucks. But like at the moment, they're like, oh, we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
And it's
no,
like,
we're not.
No, we're not. Shut up. You're an idiot. That's because you haven't thought about it.
And the guy that was all froggy, he was like, he realized he fucked up. Like he was,
I thought it was funny because we all ended up going the same direction.
Like, we're just getting ice cream.
We just want ice cream. We're trying to be fat tourists in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But it's so funny. Like no one thinks about like that. And then when you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, this is fucking stupid.
This is fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah.
And I mean,
I don't even think it's like, there's no appeal to me, like to get into an altercation like that, like a physical altercation. There's no appeal to it. Like I don't
like
want
starting an altercation.
Just being involved at all.
Well, I mean, literally there's no appeal to any altercation.
Yeah. It's just
the people who think there is they're the idiots.
They're
who aren't
fucking
trained.
stupid.
They're white belts.
Yeah.
They're the fucking idiots. But like, if you're like, so you have some guy who's like trying to start shit because he's a fucking idiot, and you're like, what do I gain? Like, you remember that there's that video where that guy is starting shit with Boss Rutan in the bar.
That was Brian Urlacher.
Yeah,
he was a football player for the Chicago Bears.
You're like, you're adorable.
Yeah,
you're adorable.
Yeah, I think somebody told him like, hey, you don't want to do that.
You don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that.
Yeah, but he was like, it's because he says, why don't we go outside? And Boss is like, okay.
He's like, how about we go right here?
Yeah, that's
one of my favorite like
mistake
videos or whatever. It's just like, these people don't even know.
No.
But to the point, it's like there's a lot of jiu-jitsu guys that are like that too, who think they like, oh, I know jiu-jitsu, so like I can start shit.
Nope.
There's a lot of idiots out there, and it's like the problem is you never know this. You never know all the variables.
Right.
You think you do. You're like, maybe you're really not self-aware, but like situationally aware, and you're like looking around, and you're like, all right, these guys look like there's no way they have a gun. He's wearing basketball shorts and whatever. There's no way. Okay, you think that, but then there's maybe their friend that you didn't see does, and you start shit, and he shoots you.
Yeah. Or the guy can throw some fucking hands.
Yeah, I mean,
just eat a few.
Right. Maybe he's just like one of those guys who has a fucking solid steel jaw.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the Leandro Lo thing is a perfect example. It's like, who fucking beats Leandro Lo in a 1-on-1?
Nobody.
Not a lot of people.
No, he's a big guy.
I'm sure there's people who could.
Yeah, but he's a big guy.
It's
and he's
less than
well-trained.
1%.
Yeah,
it's way less than 1%.
And that's probably why the guy shot him.
Yeah.
Because he knew he couldn't do anything with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's the reality of it. It's like just because you can beat most people on a 1-on-1, that's assuming there's a fair fight.
Yeah.
That's assuming like you know all of the variables, right?
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot to it, man. Like it's I think learning any kind of martial art is good for your confidence, but it shouldn't make you overly confident.
But tell me if you agree with this. Like most of the people that we know who are like killers are humble as fuck.
So cool. Yeah. Just so chill.
They're not starting fights.
Ever. Yeah.
But I think that comes with the lack of insecurity.
Right.
They're secure.
Yeah.
Like you're never going to see Q start a fight with anybody. He's like, oh, no, we're friends. We're friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But he could fuck.
You up.
If we go to a bar and it's 1-on-1, he's fucking everyone up in the bar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Samir, Milton, all these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you and I.
Yeah.
If it came down to 1-on-1, we'd fuck up everybody in the bar.
I'm too lazy. I don't want to fight anybody.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Fuck that.
But like people don't realize that. You know, it's like okay, like 1-on-1, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like once you get to that point, you're like, but I don't have to prove that because I get to prove it every day.
And for people that are like, think that's bullshit, blah blah blah. Just I think you said it. You said this once, and you said it really well. If we're lucky, we'll end up in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're unlucky, you're in the hospital or an ER.
Well, like that's the thing. It's like, other than we just end up in jail, like if I win, I killed that guy. Well, guess what? I'm not going to jail. I'm going to prison.
You're going to prison. Yeah. Yeah.
He fucks me up and kills me. That's the other side of that bad scenario.
Yeah.
The best case scenario is we both have bruises on our face and he's going to have a broken arm for sure. And we're in jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like jail is different than prison, right? Like, but if you and I like were to fight somebody and we kill them because we're so much more prepared for that situation.
Yeah.
That's also a bad scenario.
Yeah. It's like somebody described like road rage. You know, somebody could be in your life for 10 seconds, 10 minutes, or 10 years.
But they change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be really bad.
Yeah.
So.
There's at the 10-year mark, they're changing your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you kill somebody and you have to go to prison for, even if it's like a year or whatever, it's like they change your life because that's not going to be anything. You're never going to be like, look at that same scenario ever again the same.
Right. Yeah. You're never going to think, oh, I was in the right.
And even if you were,
you're still fucked up.
There's that was it Con Air where he kills the guy defending his wife and he like, well, you're a weapon.
He is the worst actor in the world.
100%.
Oh my God.
How dare you though? He's a fucking saint.
Yeah.
The Bees.
Is he a saint?
No, but he should be.
Why?
Because he's awesome.
Fuck you.
Because he says yes to every movie.
That's true. I think he said yes to every movie because he was like broke.
Because he needed the money.
Yeah, he was broke.
But anyways, back to like owning a business.
Oh, back to owning a business. Yeah,
that's what this was really about.
Yeah, don't do it.
Congratulations on 5 years.
Thank you, man.
That's a big thing, though. Like
it is,
and a lot of people don't like realize like how hard it is to own a business, and a lot of people will like kind of like try to put you down from it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like when you talk about like you know I own a gym, people are like, oh, so you're broke. Like yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like no, I have a wife that makes money.
My wife makes money. Thank you.
Yeah, she's a nurse.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
but no, I mean it could be lucrative if you're patient and you know don't do anything really stupid.
What do you think the worst decision you can make as a specifically jiu-jitsu gym owner?
The worst decision. Oh God, this is gonna sound awful.
Yeah,
but honestly, not going with your gut.
Yeah,
yeah. Allowing outside influences to make decisions for you.
Like, you mean like people speaking in your ear, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, oh,
naysayers and all that.
We want striking, or we want, whatever.
Oh, those guys are dorks.
You got to stick with the formula. The formula works. You know what I mean? Be a jiu-jitsu school. And, don't branch out into stuff that you're not good at. If you're not good at something, don't do it. Like, I
think that's a good point in itself.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for anything, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, like, a lot of people will say, like, I've been approached by several people saying, hey, I'm a striking coach and, Muay Thai. And first of all, buying bags and taking up mat space with bags is not going to happen.
No.
It's just cost prohibitive first. I mean, I don't want to say cost prohibitive. It's a big commitment financially, but it's also like you're giving up mat space for bags that are going to be used a couple times a week. That's not my thing.
If you don't have, like, in my opinion, if you don't have a designated space for the stand-up folk, the people who want to, like, bang, so to speak, right? Like, they want to hit.
Yeah.
They need to go somewhere else.
Sure. And if that's not what you do, like, here's the thing, man. I got a pool of brown and purple belts that if I were to start a class or need coverage or whatever, like, I got people that can cover, right? If I start a striking program, I don't know dick about striking, dude. I'm not a Muay Thai guy.
Right.
I'm not a boxer. I'm not a boxing coach.
Right.
So
I've been hit before.
I've been hit. That's it. That's about it. By a boxing coach. I have too much respect for that expertise to say that, we could pull that off. No, we can't. And whenever I'm starting even a jiu-jitsu program, like if I'm going to start a new program, like a new class, I don't think about who's going to teach it, because that's easy.
Yeah.
Like, I got Tojo. I'll just have Tojo teach it, right?
Obviously.
But what do you do when Tojo's out of town?
Right.
Okay. If the class is after 5 p.m., that's a real easy answer. I got Eddie, I got Bill, I got all these guys, I got D, I got Colin, all these guys that step in. But what if you start a program that's at 3 p.m?
Right. Where not everyone can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to really put some thought into that, man, because people will tempt you like, oh, man, I got like 20 people that want this 3 o'clock time slot, and you get excited, and then you start it, and you realize, shit.
But the not knowing, like, kind of overstretching your ability to teach, like, knowing something and being able to teach it are two different things.
Very different things, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I can watch, like, Mika Gaval, like, do something, like, just completely fuck up somebody from whatever. I'm like, okay, I kind of understand what he's doing.
Yeah.
Can I teach that to somebody? That's a little different.
Very different.
Because there's a lot of understanding that needs to go into that, especially with a sport as technical as jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk like super technical, boxing is insanely technical.
It's not.
It really is.
It sucks. Boxing.
It's very technical.
Boxing is for idiots.
Well, they get hit a lot.
Yeah, so they're not smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really like the art of hitting and not being hit.
Remember that little fucking child who was like arguing with us?
Oh God, yeah.
The Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah,
kid.
and you engaged. You're such an asshole.
I know. I can't help myself.
No, but I would never pretend to be able to teach boxing.
Yeah, me either.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't want to get anybody.
Like I know the basics. Keep your fucking guards up.
Yeah, I mean we know that bullshit, but I mean it's a very technical sport. I mean, I think they all are. Like,
well, I think a lot of sports so. We're going to exclude jiu-jitsu from this conversation for a second, because like I think a lot of sports like that are. This is why I think that like boxing, Muay Thai, all that kind of stuff is like you can watch boxing and you know when something's not working.
Sure, right? I mean I guess,
but so here's what I'm talking about. It's like keeping your guard up is always important. You'll see a guy who's like really cocky. He drops his guard, fucking throws haymakers and all this kind of shit. Any idiot who doesn't even, like me, who doesn't know a lot about boxing or Muay Thai or whatever, knows that like that's stupid.
Yeah, but there's a lot of strategy that goes into it as well. Like if somebody's really good, they have a really good guard, they keep their hands up, you rarely have access to their head. Well, you start punching them to the body, and then eventually you hurt one of their ribs.
Oh, well, yeah, that breaks you down too.
Now they got to keep an elbow down. Now you've just opened.
Now
up
they
that
can't block their face.
Right,
yes.
but somebody so like me who's untrained, I would continue to try to hit the head no matter how many times I miss it or how many times he has these giant pillows in front of it, and I would neglect that the lower part of the ribs.
But then you smack at their ribs once because their heads
takes more than
but what I'm saying is like it's a lot fewer variables in that kind of situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah. I mean, you've got these. That's it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in Muay Thai, you add elbows and knees and feet and shit like that. That's
Right.
changes everything.
Right. But I
Shins.
mean, and I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying that it's like jiu-jitsu is like infinitely more variables.
Sure. But we can agree that you can't pretend to be able to teach something.
Sure. Oh, no.
This is stupid.
I would never assume to think that I can teach. Well, that was kind of the point. It was like I know, like when I watch like someone, and like say I watch a Muay Thai fight, I know if some guy's keeping his hands down low and he keeps getting hit in the head, well, it's because he's not fucking keeping his arms up to block his head.
Right.
And I know if some guy's only keeping his hands up high and he keeps getting hit in the body, it's like, well, it's because he's not keeping his hand.
Sure.
He's not, evolving to the situation, right?
Yeah.
That's easy to say, right? As a nonchalant, but anybody who isn't an expert in those sports can kind of like pick that apart.
Sure. I to a point, I guess. Yeah. And jiu-jitsu is a little bit different because you could have somebody could be in somebody's closed guard and you would think, oh, that guy's on top, so he's winning.
Right.
Well, he's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like you can in jiu-jitsu, it's like you can be on the top position and you can be in the advantageous position. Mm-hmm. You can be on the top position and you can be disadvantaged.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're in single leg X, that guy's gonna rip your fucking knee apart.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you don't know how to defend it.
Right.
Or you can be on the top position and you got the guy in flat half.
Yeah.
You're in the position to win. Right? There's a lot of different variables, like from every, you name a guard, right? Like De La Riva, half guard, closed guard. It's like, if you know how to manage that position, you could be in the advantageous position from the bottom or the top.
Right.
Like closed guard's a great example. Mm-hmm. Because there's people who are really like closed guard's a good example because like if you're in closed guard in a regular fight, like a real fight, like a street fight, I can still fucking lay elbows, I can lay fists into you. Uh-huh. In jiu-jitsu, no. Yeah, right. You're generally speaking, like the guy on bottom is probably the more advantageous position, right? Mm-hmm. But like there's a reason for that because you know how to control the space.
Yeah.
Right? But like if you're in a street fight and you know how to manage the bottom position, I don't care how good of a striker, like a general person, like if you're like, oh, I know how to throw fists or whatever, and you're in the top position of closed guard, if you're with a black belt in closed guard, you're not hitting him.
No.
You are not hitting him.
No. I mean, he might eat a punch or two, but it's not going to be very effective.
You're going to throw one fist, he's going to slip it, and he's going to head arm triangle you, and then he's going to probably sweep you.
Yeah.
Or choke you out.
And then you're fucked.
Or arm bar you. Yeah. Or triangle you. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like, each position has, like, your top or bottom, right? If you know how to deal with each position from the top or from the bottom, you're going to be the better person.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's a lot. I don't know why we're getting into this.
I don't know. We're getting in the weeds. I love it. I fucking love it.
Because we're talking about your 5-year, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's been a trip, man.
I think we're probably getting close to the end here.
What?
Let's get into. We're only 37 minutes in.
Shit.
We're an hour and 37 minutes.
We're 2 hours in.
Yeah. Let's do one negative, one positive. So you're assuming you have maybe a friend who's like, I'm going to start a jiu-jitsu school.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you would tell them to avoid, and then the one thing you would tell them go all in on this? I know, I'm going big.
Wow.
From someone who's spent 5 years trying to figure this shit out.
I think a big mistake people make is they neglect the marketing piece, getting people through the door.
Okay. Yeah.
I would.
A lot of people they think they don't need to invest in that part.
Right. I would say that even if you're a world champion or a multiple time world champion, no one outside of jiu-jitsu knows what the fuck that means.
No one cares.
In contrast, if you have a Floyd Mayweather open a boxing gym in Arizona, everybody would know who he is.
Right.
Big difference, right?
But nobody knows who fucking Kashenu is, Samir is,
Correct.
And they're fucking killers.
They're awesome. They're infinitely better at jiu-jitsu than I am.
Leandro Lowe. Let's go even bigger. Leandro Lowe, Buchecha.
Yeah, Buchecha.
Nobody knows who the fuck.
Nobody knows who they are. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So when people walk through the door, you're basically selling yourself, your product, right? And they don't know what a world champion is. They don't know what winning by advantage means. You know what I mean? They just know that they want to get in shape. They don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be embarrassed.
They want to learn a little self-defense. Yeah.
They don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be wrong. They want to learn some self-defense. They want to just be a part of a community, and that's your sale. That's what you're selling.
Right.
That I would go all in on marketing. I think that's the biggest mistake I see people make is
relying on their pedigree / experience.
Hope. They're relying on hope. Mm-hmm. I hope someone sees my sign. I hope they come through the door. Hope is not a strategy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love it when people like I have people who don't do jiu-jitsu that like tap me on the shoulder. I was at the Marquee Theater and the guy taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, are you that guy on my Instagram post?" Mark, I'm like, "I am. I'm very sorry."
Actually, I am. I said, and I'm an idiot.
I said, "I'm very sorry, but I paid a lot of money so that would come up on your Instagram." I always say that, and they get a good laugh out of it. But that's kind of cool. That means it's working, right? I don't know that I'd ever recognize somebody. I don't know, unless I saw it a lot. But anyway, that's kind of cool. That means my marketing is reaching out and touching me. Maybe one day that guy will be at his lowest point, right? And he's like, I just need something.
Right.
And he's like, I'm going to check out this jiu-jitsu thing. Mm-hmm. I was there. I was at a low point in my, physically, and I had a guy who wouldn't shut the fuck up about jiu-jitsu.
What's your opinion on this? Like, I feel like I find myself when lately I've been trying to like really focus on this. When there's a new guy that you notice, and you're like, if they get ignored, they're probably gonna not stick with it. Mm. And I'll see like a new guy, and I'm like, "Hey, brother! Oh, you're here! Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Are you gonna do this class? Like, maybe they're doing the fundamentals class only, right? Which is fine, right? They probably should only stick to the fundamentals class at first,
yeah. And
you see them sticking around, and they're kind of like watching the mixed levels class, and I'm like, oh shit, what do you think? I feel like just the fact that like, especially as an upper belt, as a black belt, I'm like talking to these people, I'm like, oh hey brother, oh fuck yeah, you're sticking around, watching around. What do you think? You excited about this, or like I think. That stuff goes in my opinion, it goes a long way.
It's huge.
Because like I said, we were talking about this earlier, where it was like when I first started jiu-jitsu, it's like I had friends in jiu-jitsu, so like that's why I came to class. But like if you're by yourself, it's like
I was there. I was by myself.
Yeah.
Me and Janine started together.
Janine Knapp?
Yeah. Poor Janine. She was my training partner when I first started.
She posted a video. Oh, this is so funny. This morning, I was like, when you're like you're like hungover a little bit, you're a little sleepy, and you're like looking at your phone, you're like one eye, you're like looking at your phone.
Yeah.
She posted this video last night about it was the Vegas tournament, one of the Vegas Opens or whatever, and it was like me, like I'm in the background like coaching, but I'm like, we're both blue belts. And I'm just like a fucking idiot.
The fuck did I know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a fucking idiot. Yeah. And I'm like, River fucking head off. But she posts this video and she tags me in it, and she's like, God. Tojo, River fucking head off. And I'm like, God, I'm a fucking idiot. Because like I would never say something like that now.
Of course.
Because now I realize it's like we're all fucking putting our all into it. It's like, let's respect our opponents. Like, let's not say shit like that. Yeah. But like I was watching this video and I just thought it was hilarious. I was like,
yeah. But going back to your question, like that's something I would say go all in. I would say the thing that I would encourage people not to do is undervalue what they bring to the table. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people, including myself, we get this little imposter syndrome, or you get this this insecurity where like, man, I don't know that I could charge that much.
Yeah.
Right. But if you truly wake up every morning and you think, how do I over deliver today? Mm-hmm. And you go in with that mindset and you look at your customers and you're really sometimes I'll just stare at the class, or I'll just stare at the coaches, or I'll just stare at the parents, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find a little nugget that they're leaving for me, right?
Yeah.
A little clue that they're leaving for me on how to over deliver for them. And I think, like I've got something going on right now that I'm gonna implement. That's gonna be an over delivery. But
Tell me what it is.
If you're charging, a low price, it's very easy for people to not value what you bring. They
value what you value it as.
Right.
And if you value it $100 a month, it's like, well, then, especially when you're in an area where it's like $200 a month
Right.
is the norm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, like, if you truly want to look at what you're worth as far as jiu-jitsu goes, just make a list. Make a list of all the seminars you've been to, all the competitions you paid for, all the travel, all the injuries that you've had to have surgery for, all of that stuff that you put into jiu-jitsu. And it's probably a lot.
But I also think there's something to be said for the guys who are like, not everyone can afford $200.
Oh, agreed. Dude, you'll never see anybody in jiu-jitsu that comes from the mean streets of anywhere in
Right.
the United States.
Right.
Because it costs too fucking much money to do jiu-jitsu.
Right.
There are no people that so hungry. Bullshit. They're all fucking just spoiled fucking kids.
Yeah.
Right? Who get to do jiu-jitsu all the time. They're homeschooled. The parents pay for everything. They never want for anything. They always have the latest shit.
Right.
Unless they come from Brazil. Those guys fucking dirt floors and they're hungry. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's the thing, man. Like
it's such a fine edge to ride.
Oh, I want you to find somebody with a hero's journey at 22 years old that grew up in the United States. You won't find it. You'll find it like listen to Diego Pato's story.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
That kid was training his ass off, hungry. He had nowhere to eat.
And you and I know Brazilian guys, lots of them, who like live this. We came over. We don't speak English.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
They learn English. They get their citizenship. They know more about the Constitution than I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. 100%. Yeah.
But I admire that so much, and I'm very passionate about it because we take a lot of things for granted in this
100%.
Country.
100%.
So yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, jiu-jitsu is expensive. Mm-hmm. It is expensive. And
learning any skill from anybody is going to be expensive because no one's trying to give away their knowledge.
Right. Yeah.
And they shouldn't.
Yeah.
You spent a lot of money, time.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the guy at Navas years ago, dude, when I was coaching kids. I noticed, you notice the parents that stick around and the parents that don't, right? And
I've never done a kids class.
Well, but you do notice that, right? And some of the parents that don't, it's not because they don't care. They're fucking busy. They got shit going on.
Yeah.
But there was one guy, he had 2 kids in class. Gosh, I wish I could remember their names. I can't remember their names, but I can see their faces. Mm-hmm. Great kids. They worked hard. This guy will drop them off and he'd leave. You know what he was doing? He was fucking driving for like Grubhub or whatever the fuck the delivery.
Grinding. He was grinding.
Yeah, so that he could pay for jiu-jitsu for his kids. Because I mean, with what he was making at work, he couldn't afford it. So when the kids were at jiu-jitsu, he was driving for whatever the fuck it was, Uber Eats or whatever. But he would do that on weekends, on evenings, because he wanted the kids to be in that program. Like that was his sacrifice for his kids. So I mean, if you want to do it, you'll do it. That's just the way I see it.
It's crazy. Like it's like whatever you know what people value by what they'll actually commit their time to.
Yeah. And I could charge, half of what I'm charging now if I didn't have to pay for the rent and, keep the mats clean and keep the bathrooms clean and have somebody at the front desk and, do all the events that we do and, do all that shit, man. I mean, it's just like, maybe I should find a way.
Yeah.
Right. To have people open it up to more people like that just don't have the money.
It's so tough too because you got to keep the lights on.
I got to keep the lights on there and here.
And you start opening it up for like the underprivileged and then there's people who fucking take advantage.
Yeah, there are people that take advantage, but I think honestly, like, we have it really well here in the States. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying like the neighborhoods that we're in, they're doing okay.
Yeah, we're in the burbs.
Yeah, we're doing okay. But I think like Gustavo has that Jiu-Jitsu tribe thing that he's doing where if you buy a gi from them, they donate a gi to an underprivileged kid.
That's cool.
Fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Gis are expensive.
Yeah.
Gis are expensive. And so like, one of the outreach things that I do is I bring, stuff to Mexico, like gis and rash guards and stuff. And I got a lot of people
How
donating
often?
stuff.
Oh God, we fucking love going
3
to
times a
Mexico.
year. I go 3 times a year.
Rocky Point, Galeana.
Yeah.
Try, and it's fucking cool. And Hermosillo.
Hermosillo, that's the next one. And Cabo.
Dude, I'm telling you, you'll love Hermosillo.
Oh, I bet I will.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, we got to make that trip.
Yeah.
But I think those type of outreach programs, I don't know, man. They help me sleep at night. You know what I mean? They really do. And I think it's like when you hand somebody like a brand new gi, and they got shit, they got nothing. Like if you guys have never been to outside of the
Gilbert.
Outside of the resort areas in these towns in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
you don't know dick.
100%.
Yeah. So I mean, these people are so grateful for everything that you do.
And we're not even talking about like, so there's Rocky Point, Cabo, fucking Cancun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chihuahua. Yeah.
Mexico City even.
Yeah. Even Mexico
It's
City.
like you go to these places and you're like, oh yeah, everyone's doing
It's very
pretty good.
modern. Yeah. Very modern. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many places in between. And even in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you know what? Gustavo and I were talking about that program. It's like, it's not just for kids in Brazil. Like
Right.
he said, if you find a place where, the professor is just doing his best and they're just, they're on the struggle bus a little bit, they sponsor those guys too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Well, and I was telling you how like Gerardo, the kid from Hermosillo who was like visiting the other day, was like, it's not in Mexico. It's like obviously like they see a lot of boxing, they see a lot of football, soccer, whatever, right? Maybe a little MMA,
Yeah.
but like jiu-jitsu isn't like really that big of an exposure to them, right? And it's like, but the guy that would change people's lives.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And for me
You don't
to say,
have to get hit in the head.
yeah, and I'm sure there's guys in like in more rural areas of the states that are just struggling to get a program going that they just love to teach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that need to be outreach to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, we're in the suburbs of Phoenix. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah,
and we're privileged in that extent, and even like the small rural areas of the United States where there's a little bit of jiu-jitsu, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
they get those are also areas that could use more exposure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
We don't have a ton of that in Phoenix or in Arizona in generally, like because we're so close to the border, but like, who cares?
Right.
Like, there's like jiu-jitsu in general is like not as. I think we fall too much into like, I'm an American jiu-jitsu player, or I'm a Brazilian jiu-jitsu player, or I'm a Japanese jiu-jitsu player. Mexicans, rural American,
South American, all those guys.
Like we were talking about going to Panama and visiting, those guys out. And
Gerardo, is that his name? Gerardo, what's his name?
No, Gerardo is Mexican. Eduardo,
yeah.
And his wife are awesome fucking jiu-jitsu people.
Yeah.
And they own the Atos Panama school.
Can't wait to go.
It's gonna be so much.
It's
gonna be awesome because like, and
I haven't been there. The last time I was in Panama it was in 1997.
That's crazy. But his wife's won worlds. Like Eduardo's
very cool,
an awesome fucking competitor. Like, but how often do like they get to, because they're like kind of privileged, right? Being like owners of schools, right? They can travel to the United States and like compete.
Yeah.
But like, how many other students are?
Yeah.
That privileged. Like same with like Mario. Like we were just in fucking Galeana. How many of his students really get the opportunity to come to the United States and compete at like the Phoenix Open?
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't want to say a bullshit tournament, but like it's not worlds, it's not nationals, it's not like the Pan American Championship. It's like it's just like a regular tournament.
Yeah.
They don't really have that opportunity.
Yeah. And they drive the 9 hours or 8 hours to get here too, man.
Right. And it's not like we kind of like joked about like, we were driving 100 the whole way and it's like, oh, there's no law. But I'm like, but there's a lot of risk.
It is. Yeah.
Driving across that country.
100%.
Like,
there's a risk.
I'm like, just because like we kind of play it off because I think in a lot of ways we're kind of like trying to minimize it so we feel more comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so Kelsey and Amy don't kill us.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But like, it is dangerous.
Absolutely.
We're driving 100 miles across a country where there is a lot of influence from the cartels and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, lawlessness, yeah.
Yeah, and like any person coming from like Chihuahua to Phoenix, they could get scooped up
Just
in
as
any
easy.
town
Yeah.
from either the federales or the cartels, or
whomever.
maybe they get in a car accident.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot of It's a lot more difficult for a lot of those people that live in these kind of like communities where it's like they can't just jump on I'm going to go to Sky Harbor. I'm going to fly to Denver.
Right.
Okay. I pay $200 and we're good.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
Yeah, man. Anyway, we got to call it. It's been 2.5 hours.
You have to pee. I get it.
I got to pee so bad.
Probably have to shit yourself too.
All right, everybody. If you love the podcast or if you hate the podcast, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button and buy Salt Electrolytes. Use a promo code FOXCAST15 at checkout and get 15% off your first order. Again, Salt Electrolytes, the best electrolyte supplement on the market. Get that today.
And don't forget to support Liz and Danilo Clay, our other sponsor.
You're going to get me fucking killed. I hope they beat the shit out of you and spare me. All right, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Adios.
Hey, everybody, if you want to support the podcast, please support us by buying Salt Electrolytes. They are the best electrolyte supplement on the market, and use code FOXCAST15 at checkout. FOXCAST15 at checkout.
Also, if you want to support the podcast,
Don't say it. You're going to say something really stupid. Dude, I just did an awesome promo.
buy us whiskey.
Buy us whiskey. Ooh, yes. Dude, Buffalo Trace is cheap.
Yeah, it's like $24.
$24.